I really loved your example with the North Star, and as you mentioned, like this, it is unattainable, but not having it at all would result in being completely lost. So we need some ideal. I guess my question is, is there a pitfall, like, well, if self-acceptance come and I say, okay, so I'm okay the way I am, I'm going to let myself be like this, I'm going to forgive myself, I'm going to make my peace with that. Is there at some point a pitfall that if an individual isn't functioning well enough and they accept the situation the way it is, they will just drown in it, and without any application of willpower, it will result in, well, a sad ending for that person. To be honest, I have a feeling that I'm still perceiving this whole situation, and then maybe not in the wrong way, but from this willpower perspective, like maybe there is another angle to look at it. And hypothetically, if a person is given a fostering enough environment, they don't have to apply that much willpower, and then they can just grow. But in the real world, it is a privilege to have such an environment. I feel like Hoi An is one, and it's a huge privilege to be here. But so often it so happens that, the environment isn't supporting and it isn't fostering, and it's actually pretty demanding. And like, to what extent is it okay to let go? Is there a risk of ending up, in even a worse situation?
It's a fundamental question that I think most of the psychologists like Freud and Jung and Karen Horney and Maslow in the base, are humans meant to fulfill the biggest force of what that is. Now we look at children, and children don't sort of question being alive. Okay, they're alive. You mentioned being alive. This is, but we can get to places in our adult life where we become depressed in ways where the life energy becomes diminished, and we then see more of what's difficult, and particularly if we lose some guiding influence. That's when I talked about the North Star as a guide. The sense is that we are better off when we have things we're aspiring toward. Okay, now it can be a goal. I don't actually like the word goal. I like the word intention, because it includes a lot of things that are outside of our control, and it doesn't narrow the scope so much of what we're doing. But even more, I like the notion of our values, because it's not then based on some arrival point. It's based on how do we live our daily life. How does it line up with what matters most? Do we bring care and compassion and kindness into the life that we're leading? Or is it so targeted at something else that we lose some of what that is? The idea of balance between acceptance and willpower is always meant to bring us back to living in the present, okay? Being future-minded will take us out of the present, and we'll focus on that expectation or that goal, something that's out there. And all of what I'm thinking, it has to do with how do we bring it all into here and now. Another way of saying that is from the foundation of self-acceptance. I'm already okay. I don't need to be someone or something else, okay? Now I can blossom from that place of self-acceptance.